And Hall really explores that bond.
And what's fascinating, or what I found fascinating, is how they navigate things. Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're getting into Alexis Hall's Something Extraordinary.
Oh, this one's great.
Yeah, it's historical romance, but, well, it doesn't quite play by the usual rules, does it? It really flips things around.
It absolutely does. I mean, right off the bat, you notice it's kind of subverting expectations. The focus isn't your typical romance arc. It's centered on this queer dynamic, you know?
Okay, right, so let's meet the players. We've got Sir Horley Rufus.
Rufus, yeah.
He's a gay man facing, all that pressure to marry. And then there's Arabella Tarleton, Belle.
And Belle identifies as aromantic.
Right, aromantic. So she doesn't really experience romantic attraction in the same way.
Exactly.
So you can see the setup is immediately intriguing. Our mission today, really, is to dig into the heart of this book. It's like fresh take on what relationships can be.
And the spark, the thing that kicks it all off, is Belle proposing to Rufus.
A marriage of convenience.
A marriage of convenience, yeah. It's actually a pretty ingenious solution for both of them, considering the times. A way to sort of get society off their backs.
And this marriage, this platonic partnership, that's really the core, isn't it?
That's the absolute heart of it. Instead of watching a romance blossom, we see this really deep, supportive friendship forming.
Which is a story in itself.
Totally. And Hall really explores that bond.
And what's fascinating, or what I found fascinating, is how they navigate things outside the marriage.
That's where it gets really interesting. They basically support each other in finding connections elsewhere.
So Belle explores relationships.
With men and women, yeah.
And Rufus pursues connections with men.
All with the other person's knowledge and, crucially, their support. It completely turns the usual script on its head, you know?
It really does. Okay, so
Yeah,
they make this pact.
Yeah.
But getting it sealed, the trip to Gretna Green, that's not exactly smooth sailing either.
Oh, definitely not. It sounds like pure chaos. A road trip packed with, well, eccentrics.
Like highwaymen.
Highwaymen, bizarre innkeepers. I think even some scorned lovers show up for good measure.
Wow. Okay, so it sounds like there's a good dose of humor mixed in with the drama.
Absolutely. And those characters, they're not just for laughs. They kind of serve to highlight the world Rufus and Belle are trying to navigate.
Right, the societal expectations they're pushing back against.
Exactly. Their whole journey is about bumping up against those rigid norms and figuring out who they are within or maybe outside of them.
So, boiling it down, what's the central message here, the key takeaway?
I think it's really a celebration of like unconventional love, yes, but also incredibly strong friendship and finding your own path to self-acceptance.
It suggests happiness isn't just one size fits all.
Precisely. The book really challenges that pervasive idea that, capital R romance is the only route to a happy, fulfilled life.
It presents an alternative.
A totally valid alternative. A partnership built on trust, real understanding, and just fundamental mutual respect.
And it manages to do this while still being enjoyable. I hear it's got humor, real heart.
Oh, definitely. It's praised for being funny and warm, but also really thoughtful in how it represents its LGBTQIA characters and, the different shapes relationships can take.
So it's not just making a point, it's telling a good story.
Exactly. It pulls off that balance, which isn't always easy. Insightful and entertaining.
Okay, so wrapping up our deep dive on Something Extraordinary. It sounds like a genuinely refreshing look at love, at partnership, pushing beyond those very traditional romantic ideas we see so often.
Yeah, it really opens things up, which maybe leaves us with something to think about.
Go on it.
Well, just how often do those societal expectations, the ones we just sort of absorb, limit how we think about relationships? What makes a relationship fulfilling? And maybe what other kinds of connections beyond the purely romantic could actually bring us that deep happiness, that support we're all looking for. Something to consider.
Grab Something Extraordinary by Alexis Hall. Now on sale for $10.79. Don't miss this chance to build good habit and achieve remarkable results. Buy now today.
Like and subscribe for more Bookhaven podcasts.